Welcome back to Birth by Sleep. Today we'll be taking a look at Ventus's visit to Neverland.
You know what else took a really long time to visit? This playthrough. Oh, you saw what I did there.
I thought we agreed we were never going to bring that up again.
We must. We must uncover the secret.
Oh, Japan.
Thank you for that pointless panty shot of... How old is Tinkerbell anyway, now that I think about it?
Well, I think she's of age. Above, just very, very small.
Well, I guess she has to be if they're flashing her ass at us all the time. I wear pink! Now everyone knows about it!
And now that we've covered that, let us never bring it up again. You know, it's funny. They have all this Red Indian camp stuff here, but they never show up, which is kind of funny since they were a bit racially insensitive back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I haven't seen this in a while. I can't remember the Indians, but I guess, you know, what you just brought up, I guess that's why they didn't show.
You don't remember what makes the red man red?
No, should I?
Well, it was one of the classic Disney songs.
Try kicking him in the face. That's a good way to wake somebody up. He's in a coma! Beat him up!
Well, it'd be more effective than my 3DS's alarm clock has been for me lately.
Man, it's been so long I forgot that Ventus has one pointless shoulder pad.
They all have pointless shoulder pads. It's how they henching up.
Yeah, I know it's his henshin device, but still, you could put that as a... That's why they made a belt. You know, that's convenient, but it doesn't look so out of place, even if it's toyetic. I don't know.
Bye-bye! I watched Peter Pan recently, and I'm missing all the other lost boys right now.
How many were there where they're like... I'm trying to remember.
Well, there were these two. I think there was the skunk. I think there was, like, twins.
Nobody gives a shit about the skunk. What's wrong with you?
That way, by the Indian camp.
Ready, men? Forward march! Okay.
Now, you played Birth by Sleep, which is rare because you don't usually play the games we play through, but...
Hey, I played this game, like you said. I gone through all of it, alright?
Okay, what was your opinion of Neverland? Like, difficulty-wise, enjoyment-wise, and so on?
Well, there's never any enjoyment when Kingdom Hearts is involved. But, you know, I didn't really hate or like it. Like, it was just... I guess it was just filler. I like the last thing I had to do on the way, you know, to the final area. The cannonball shit got annoying. I don't know if it's in this world or if it's in just Aqua's, but... You know the part where they have the ship set up on the edge and they're like firing cannonballs at you? I think it's in this one. That was kind of annoying. But other than that, you know, I'm kind of okay with this world.
The thing with Neverland for me is, you can't see it as much in Deep Space, but here is where the enemies start to, like, really buff up their defense. And I have like, really high-level moves at this point in the game, but when I was first playing through, it would take me, like, 2 to 3 minutes to take down a single enemy.
Yeah, it's kind of noticeable how the difficult, like how you know, much HP and attack power, it just jumps up between worlds. Like, you really notice when it ramps up, you know, just to have the difficulty of the game. It's like, I've probably said this before, but might as well say it again. When I went to, you know, Stitch's world, the ship, like really early as Aqua, like a bit too early, the enemies were like really high level. Like, they had way tons of HP, and it took me, like, forever to kill one of these guys, so... I don't know, I guess it's hard-coded like that.
That's probably, like, one of my only criticisms of Birth by Sleep, that they don't really know how to scale levels and, like, enemy difficulty correctly, because I've said this multiple times, and people still think that I'm playing the game wrong. Not everyone, just some people, like a certain, shall we say, minority. But basically, I killed every enemy that, like, I came across. You won't see it here, because I edit some of it out, but I killed every single enemy I came across, and when it got to, like, the final boss, I still had to, like, go up by about 10 levels to stand a chance.
The thing is, I don't see the reason why they do that. Like, they hard-code certain enemies to be tougher in certain worlds, because the way the story works out is that you can play them in any order. That's the thing, you know, it's not, the narrative isn't so dependent on having one world occur before the next most of the time, so there's really no reason to do that. They could have just had it scale with you, and you could just go with whatever place you wanted to go first. There really is no point.
They do this again in Dream Drop Distance as well, because I find myself having to go up by about 10 levels to stand a chance against the final boss of Riku's side of the game, and unlike in this game, I was playing on Standard.
Is it alright to talk a bit about Dream Drop Distance now? I mean, not like spoilers and shit, but I mean, like, since the game has been out and it's been about 4,000 years since the last Psychic Wars that originally brought the end of this playthrough the first time around.
Yeah, well, seeing as Neverland doesn't really have much going for it, apart from, like you said, cannon fire, feel free.
No, I mean, you were going to talk about it, because obviously I don't know anything. I'm still not going to play it, because, you know, Kingdom Hearts is kind of getting ridiculous at this point. Like, I don't know if you guys have probably seen this. I know I've seen it, and Tom probably has seen it. That trailer for, like, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, they put that out. They're putting that out recently, you know?
Yeah. Oh, the PS3 collection.
Yeah, the collection, the HD remake, which is kind of fucking pointless. You know what? At the least, they didn't, like, compare it with the PS2 Kingdom Hearts and make it, like, really fucking blurry for no reason.
Like they did with that one Capcom game.
Fucking Okami. Fuck you, Capcom. But you know what? I'm not getting to that. We already did that on stream. No thank you.
Yes, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 features KH1 Final Mix, RE Chain of Memories, and for some reasons, the cutscenes of 358 over 2 days.
Because that was really important, I guess.
Well, at the very least, they went back and remade the cutscenes for days. Personally, instead of the cutscenes, I'll tell you what I would have enjoyed. Make a HD version of the multiplayer, make it fully online, and boom, there you go. That justifies the price point.
You know what I would have rather had instead? A new fucking Ristar game. There, I've solved like 2 problems at once.
Do you really want a new Ristar game created by Square Enix?
Oh, it has to, no. I didn't know the stipulation meant that it had to be created by Square Enix. You did not mention this when I came up with the original point.
The final boss of the game would be Greedy's Heartless.
No! You're just ruining it, man!
Was that Kazooie?
I can't. Now that you bring it up, it does kind of remind me of Kazooie.
Never seen you before.
I've never seen those pants before, but clearly you don't have any problem wearing them. Ugh.
Oh, look at this little pansy knife. You see here, this is a Keyblade.
Man, that reminds me of when I was playing the Hook video game. You know the Dustin Hoffman Hook movie?
Yeah, that's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, but the game, there's kind of a problem with it. Like, when you're Peter Pan and you have the sword, it's great because you have all this range. But when you're not Peter Pan, you're just, you know, Robin Williams, you have, like, the dinky knife. And it's got no fucking range whatsoever.
That does sound like it would be a problem.
It was a problem. It was a movie license game. That's the first problem with it. And the second problem was the whole knife thing, you know?
That's kind of a shame, seeing as most Disney licensed games, at least back in the day, were top-notch.
Was that a Disney movie?
Well, it was... I'm probably basing it off Peter Pan, the Disney franchise.
Yeah, I mean, this was, you know, the live-action one with Robin Williams. It's possible, you know, like, maybe Disney published it. Or was it, like, Miramax? I want to see Miramax. It's probably not the case, but whatever.
Most people nowadays probably know it from the Nostalgia Critic review.
That's true.
Speaking of, since the last part, Doug Walker has officially retired the Nostalgia Critic character.
Yeah, since the last part, you know, wars have devastated the entire countryside, and you are now watching this probably from a bunker, because you can't go outside because of the radiation. Remember, don't go outdoors.
Indeed. And it was kind of bittersweet, because while I will admit I kind of stopped watching him towards the end, as it were, although I really enjoyed Disney Samba, very entertaining, it's kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I got started on this whole, you know, comedy writing thing and, you know, making videos to make guys laugh. I got started on that because of guys like Nostalgia Critic and Spoonie. So, you know, if you know me, if you've seen, like, you know, me on, like, their forums or whatever, I've always been one of the most vocal critics of the guys. But at the same time, I really appreciate them being there to get me interested in this whole thing to begin with. So, you know, it is kind of weird to see him go, and I do kind of will miss that a little bit.
Here comes one of my favourite Disney villains.
Oh, and a pixie. Must be me birthday.
That's right up there with Jafar's little in KH1.
No.
It's like they didn't want to dub dialogue, so just have him do a silly facial expression.
Well, at least his mouth is kind of moving, and not like... Oh, wait, no, I was thinking of Scar, where his mouth just kind of flapped.
I actually coined a term for that kind of thing. It's called default face.
Lazy? Default face I kind of like, though. That's kind of creative.
Basically, it's like It's when they don't want to animate facial features, so they'll just have the lips flap and whatnot.
Well, I mean, in some instances, like, I don't know, with Hook back there, it wasn't the most animated thing ever, but, you know, it was passable.
And the thing is, like Hades and Captain Hook, they're very reliant on facial expression, so when they go into default, it really hurts them.
That's true, especially Hades. I mean, because of the whole, you know, his shtick. So I can see why that might be a problem. But if it's like at like a distance or whatever, that's fine. You know, don't do more work than you need to do. That's always been my personal opinion.
Indeed. Oh my god, you won't have seen the Days version of Neverland yet, but you're gonna laugh when you do, because this one puts it to shame.
Well, I mean, I've already kind of seen a bit of, like, Days beforehand. Like, some of the areas and things like that. Like, I haven't been following the quote-unquote story like you've been putting up. And I guess I have to use, like, triple or double quotes. When I say story, I have to, like, underline it because nobody's gonna fucking believe me when I say that.
I think high school drama would be a better term.
Or a High School Musical?
Coach Bolton summoned, yes.
No! That would be the most terrifying summon that would wreck the entire game.
Basketball drive.
Yes, he's like the secret boss. You know, he's more powerful than the final boss, but if only he were to uprise, he would take over everything. But he's decided not to spare us from that torment.
Instead of mysterious figure, it's mysterious Bolton.
No! He's got like a Keyblade basketball or something. I don't know, maybe... you know how like the nobodies each have individual weapons? Like he's got a stylized basketball or something, and he can like do mind magic with it?
Well, it'd work, because Zexion has a book. You don't KH2, he can actually trap you inside the books.
Yeah, I've seen that. I saw some of the data fights and, you know, the Chain of Memories fight and things like that.
Oh, I will be actually taking on the data fights in KH2 Final Mix during the KH-a-thon. Think of this as a little bit of foreshadowing.
Why? Why would you torture yourself like this?
Well, I need to challenge myself, you know? I can't remain on standard mode for the rest of my life.
You can challenge yourself that don't require broken shit in video games, you realize. There are other aspects of this whole magical universe we call life.
Ironically, fighting Marluxia made me more of a man. No comment on that little line back there. Tinkerbell's been pixie-napped.
Well, I mean, doesn't that tend to happen usually?
No comment on how kawaii it is.
It is pretty kawaii desu, I guess. Bitch says fucking kawaii. I'm pretty kawaii about this, yeah.
Don't waste your time using gravity spells on those gorilla things. Trust me, they don't work.
I don't think I've ever used gravity spells. Like, I used, like, arrow, you know, typical juggle stuff. Magnet. Magnet was the one I used all the time, but gravity, not really.
That's what they call me, Long Tom. Because it takes too fucking long for a new part to come out.
Shouldn't they call you Y, Tom?
Shouldn't I call you ex-HFC member?
Alright, we're gonna play that card, eh?
Well, your name's in the fucking title, I couldn't do it anyway.
I like that line that, Ventus says, "Cannon fire, where's it coming from?" I don't know. A cannon, maybe? Yeah, this was the part with the cannon fire, I remember now.
Don't bother sticking around to fight the Heartless, just mosey on out of here.
A strange fellow with a funny-looking sword has...
He's got a rubber finger!
I gotta stop.
There's that default face.
Okay, I'll go after Hook. Right.
Wait, how come...
Tink, if you would.
Peter, don't you want to go fight Hook? He's kind of your arch nemesis or something?
Oh, he has other plans, as you will see soon enough.
What? It's pixie dust. Bet you feel lighter now, don't you?
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, Peter, we kind of already have Super Glide.
Yeah, so it doesn't really work out. I've already kind of beaten your shtick.
It would have been funny if the game actually took Super Glide away from you when you got normal Glide. Like,
that would be a giant dick move.
It would
like,
be
what
great,
the
though.
fuck is this? You're gonna sequence break on me? Not anymore, motherfucker.
That'd be like in Banjo-Kazooie. If you cheat too much, it will delete your save file.
Oh yeah, I remember they did that. Which I still think, I mean, why offer the cheating thing if you're just gonna, you know, delete it if we go all out? I mean, what was the point of that?
Rare did enjoy a good troll.
I guess. I guess that's what happens when they made nuts and bolts, huh?
Second only to Capcom in that regard.
I don't know. Capcom has done a lot of bad shit. Rare kind of has to work very hard to get up to Capcom level.
It's kind of a love-hate relationship with Capcom, because they don't, you know, translate Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Ace Attorney 5 is going to get brought over here, and they fuck over Mega Man. Here's Monster Hunter 4.
I don't know. With you, it's a love-hate relationship. With me, it's a love-to-hate relationship, because their bad clearly outweighs their good. Meanwhile, more Wing Blade. I haven't seen this one in a while, but it's still one of my favorite command styles.
It is pretty cool. I'll tell you what I don't like, and that's Ghost Drive. I think it's called Ghost Drive. Mostly because I always end up getting killed whenever I use it.
Ghost Drive? Oh yeah, that's Aqua's thing, isn't it?
Well, I think anyone could use it.
I don't know, I think I've only used it with Aqua, but I understand what you're saying, because when it does the dodge thing, it kind of throws you off about her position until she lands, you know?
It's a bit like Time Splicer in that regard.
Yeah, it feels very kind of awkward to use. I mean, it's cool as shit. It looks fantastic, but controlling it, I don't know, it just throws me off a little, personally.
God, I've been playing Dark Cloud 2 on the HFC livestream recently, and let me tell you, I have had my fair share of mimics this week.
Yeah, mimics tend to be everywhere. I don't know, I guess since Dungeons & Dragons introduced the whole mimics thing, we all have to copy mimics now. We can't take inspiration from any other games. It's like with Tolkien. We need elves! We need dwarves! Ah!
Although there is a party member in that game who can actually tell you whether a treasure chest is a mimic or not.
Really?
Yeah, his name is Pal, and he's from the beach area. He's the guy who looks after the little dinosaur Lapras thing. So after you've done that chapter, just go back and talk to him, and boom, there you go.
Hark! The Dover Boys!
Is he wearing eyeshadow?
I think he is. Huh.
You didn't think I'd be that fancy, would you, boy?
Give yourself over to absolute pleasure.
Yeah, I try to do Hook, but it comes out as Manshroud, Story of My Life.
Yeah, Mountrout is pretty much the only voice I can ever do. I won't check or anything!
Hello.
It's some boy wearing a stupid shirt! Blast!
I fucking love this shot. Wait for it. What the hell is going on? Peter's getting in on that ass!
Gonna slap me some ass!
Now, this fight, you're going to want to be careful about, much like every other Hook fight in the franchise, because if you go all out on him, he will cut you to ribbons.
I don't know, I found this Hook fight to actually be the easiest. Like, I would rate it, the Chain of Memories fight is the hardest, then KH1, then this fight. This fight's the easiest to me.
He is susceptible to quite a few things here.
Well, you know what helps? Is A, having a good camera, B, having dodge roll, and C, him not throwing fucking bombs at you.
Well, he does throw bombs, but not as frequently, I've found.
Okay. See, look, we're just beating the shit out of him. I mean, come on, man.
Well, it helps that I got Ars Arcanum very early.
Also fucking lasers. Good old lasers.
It's weird watching the KH-a-thon version of this, because I didn't get Ragnarok, so I'm playing with actual skill.
What? Why the fuck would you play the game like that, you noob? Come on.
Yeah, skill.
Man, I still wish Ventus could do like a throw or a pile driver. Just slam him in the water. See, he's already dead.
I forgot how fast I actually killed him in this one.
Easiest fucking Hook fight. And possibly the easiest fight ever. I'm pretty sure a baby could take Hook. Still, he has the ability to walk on water, which is pretty Jesus of him, I guess.
What if Jesus became a pirate? He'd be fancy as shit.
That would be pretty cool. I'd watch that. No, I wouldn't, actually. I'd say I would, just to get you off my back for a little while, and then I'd just go do something else.
Dude.
Yep, the same chest I told you about. We snatched it right from Hook's hiding place. Huh? How come it's empty?
Sorry, but we lost it, all the treasures.
Oh well.
My favourite treasure is Teddy. Lock him up and throw away the key.
Yeah, let's look up the Lost Boys, see how long it takes for them to make their way back.
Anyways.
We could just put what we treasure in there instead. If you wanna.
Yeah, that's perfect. Instead Instead of filling it up with jewels and gold and stuff, we'll put in what's truly special to us, the real riches.
Like platinum.
Oh, fucking wood. Okay, sure.
Is that a brush or a keyblade?
What are you putting in, Ben?
I don't know, it kind of looked like the thing you play a violin with. I'll just pull this straight out of my ass.
Jesus Christ, his hammer space is the stuff of legends.
Something that one of my best friends gave me.
Well, here's this treasured item that Tara gave me. I think I'll just put it in a chest and forget about it.
Something that's special?
I'm sure people have used actual replay codes to make that an actual weapon.
Our best
Well, I mean, it's easy. You just put the skin on it, pretty much, and you can have the
Next
stats
time
of any
you visit,
weapon,
we'll
really.
have an even bigger chest waiting. Enough for all those treasures, and lots more.
Okay, it's a deal.
Here you go, along with your other shit.
You know, we accept money as well, just saying.
Critic? I'm pretty sure that belongs to a friend of mine. Do you think maybe I could hang on to it?
Give us the sparkly star, we need it to advance the plot.
Ugh, fine.
It works on its own. Thankfully, it also works when the plot wants it to.
Ah, and then they all got incinerated.
He's gone.
Well, time to find another unwitting victim. That's the most kawaii teleportation I've ever seen.
That's the worst pathfinding I've ever seen. What do you mean?
Always have
Go left, then right, then left again. Oh, and second star to the right, and straight on till morning and all that good shit.